Hey, hey, hey. I know it's been a long time, but I was sitting here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon and I was thinking, oh shit, today's actually Monday, so it's not Sunday. It's like actually fucking Labor Day. But it feels so Sunday. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I get in these moods and I'm like, I really need to document this. Like, and I had like sort of for the past couple weeks since my last episode was like Father's Day, and it's just been a really busy summer with like everything with my job, with Bailey starting middle school, and you know just I think I've just shedded who I was the past year over this summer, and now I'm like putting a new foot forward and trying to always still be me, always be kind, always be all that, but like just not allow things to go on like they should. And I was just talking to a friend and I was talking about how sometimes I feel like maybe the reason why I keep collecting all these people that don't want to be permanent in my life is because like I was born to heal. Like, and not in no narcissistic, like, oh God, I'm God, kind of way. I think that I collect these people and they come back and they come back, and it's normal for them. It's not a big deal to them because when they come back, it's like they're reaching out for something that they miss about me, like because I give a good vibe and I'm nice and I'm kind and I have a good heart. And I'm not saying that people use that, but I think that they need that in the time that they reach out to me, and I'm there for them to do that. And I think that I'm just made to be a healer. Maybe all the hurt and trauma that I've had in my life, when I'm useful to someone, it feels good to me. Like, it's probably why I'm in the field I'm in, being a caregiver, because I love taking care of people and helping. And maybe I'm just a healer. I'm not saying I'm a martyr or anything. I'm not saying that I'm a saint. And I'm definitely not saying that I'm like God's child and all this stuff. I mean, I am God's child, but I'm saying like maybe I'm just a healer. Maybe I'm not meant to stay in places long. Maybe I'm just meant to heal the person, get them on the right track, and then they move on with their life and be happy. Maybe that's what I'm here for. And it's bittersweet for me because, like, when people do come back into my life, or when people do, do this thing where they leave and they come back, they leave and they come back, I'm always with open arms because I'm like, I know, and I'm emotional about it because it's like, I know I'm a good person and I know that people reach out because they care, and I'm giving them some hope of maybe feeling good about themselves or being happy in that moment, to speak to somebody that can understand it's not going to judge them. So I don't want to trade that ever, but I had to like put limits on myself because like emotionally when I do that, I'm such a kind person that like I will forgive anybody for anything. And because I'm like that, people tend to use me emotionally. They'll use me for whatever they need me for, and then when they're done, they just go off and be what they want to be, and they're happy in that I'm left dying inside because like to me it's something that it's not. I don't know. Sometimes I wish that I wasn't as kind, and sometimes I wish I could be a bitch, but it's like my heart can't be like that. Now don't get me wrong, there's people that I fucking really hate. And the hate's a really strong word for me because there's really not a lot of people I hate, but like, honestly, there is people that I can't stand. But like, still, I wouldn't do harm to them. I'm just meant to be here, I feel like, to help people in any way. And over the summer, I just had to, like, I had kind of epiphany about it. Like, Brandy, maybe you need to stop trying to find, a person, like somebody to understand you, And I kind of decentered like all men, and I kind of just separated, me wanting to find somebody. And I had to realize that sometimes men out here, they just look for the simple in the moment gratification. And of course, they pick someone like me because I'm naive and I'm nice and I'm kind and I would do anything for my friends and anybody. And I think that when somebody knows that they got you in a way like that, they can toy with you and play with you. But, after a while, when you lose somebody like me, it's going to leave an impact. It might not be immediate. You may not feel it right now, but eventually you will. And when you do feel it, you don't get to just come back and decide, hey, I know I treated you like you was disposable and not a good person, but like, hey, I need you. And what's so sad is that if somebody did reach out to me, even after a million times that I said, leave me alone, I'd still, being the person I am, would want to help them. It's just the nurturing part of me. It's the woman in me. So, like, I realized I can't have sexual relationships with anybody unless I see a future with them, because I get so attached sexually. I think it's one thing and it's nothing, and it's not nothing to them, because men tend to bond over time and women bond through sex almost. It's like some women do. And I'm just that woman that anybody that I like have a sexual relationship with, I feel super connected to them. Like, they might not feel it, but I feel it. And I feel it for a long time. It doesn't just fade. It's like, because I really, it takes a thought in my head where I have to, like, give my body to somebody, because so many people just took advantage of it. And it's like, when I really decide, hey, I want to give my body to somebody, it means something. It should mean something. But it doesn't. Like, in this day and age, it doesn't. And for somebody like me, who's a goddamn lover girl, who thinks, you can be great at everything in the bed, but it doesn't mean that they're going to fall in love with you. And my naive self really, really thought that people were like me. And that's the thing, is that people are not like me. As much as I think, when I'm in a thinking process about thinking about a situation, I think, are they thinking about me, or do they think about me as much as I do? No, because I'm just a severe overthinker. So no, nobody probably thinks about somebody like I do. Nobody probably feels the way that I feel deeply. Some people don't feel deeply at all. I'm glad that I can feel all those ranges of emotions, even after all the fucked up shit that's happened to me in my life. Sometimes I just wish that I can find my better half, and not meaning like I need one, but I wish that I could find a man that understood me and that stuck around long enough through my crazy, and that would love me through the crazy, and just see that I'm not a bad, like, girlfriend or what. I would be an amazing, that's the thing, is I would be an amazing wife and girlfriend and all those things. I already know me. I take that shit very serious about being a partner. And I know what's good for me and what isn't. And sometimes I walk away from the thing. It takes me a while to walk away from the things that, the ones that I know that in my heart that I want them. If I want them too much, I already know that they're doing something to trigger me, to make me think about being abandoned and shit. And I've noticed myself in the past couple months, the men I talk to, they end up being in the same category as like an alcoholic, and then I realized, like, maybe I'm trying to find my father in all these men. And I say all these men, it's not even that many, but like in the men in my life, and maybe that's what I'm trying to do. So maybe I need to do more healing. And then I just know myself now, like 3 years in single, I know that I can't sleep with somebody unless they feel the same way about me. Like, I can't do casual. I'm too fucking deep for casual, because I want to help them. I want to serve them. I'm very submissive to a man. I want to, like, take care of them, like do their laundry. I want to cook for them. I want to do their laundry. I want to, like, give them the best love they've ever had in their life. And the thing is that when you do that, to a person that's never been loved like that, like the way that I love, God, then whoever I get next and I'm in love with them, they're going to be so lucky because the way that I love is just beyond measure. I'm the most loyal, most strong standing woman that you'll probably ever meet. I will ride and fucking die for mine. And I know that about me. Even the people that I'm not even super attached to, that just a little bit, I would ride and die for them. Like, don't talk stupid about this person in front of me because I will fuck you up. You know? I get like that. I get very obsessive, possessive with what's mine. Or what I feel that's mine, that should be mine. I don't like it. I don't like it when I have to see somebody that, like, I've shared a moment with. I want them to be happy. It's like, I'll check in and I'll see, like, oh, well, they're good. And then it goes back to, like, in my head, I'm like, maybe I am just a healer. Maybe they just needed, a little push to see the person that they truly loved in front of them. And then it's like being always the bridesmaid, never the bride kind of thing. Because it's like, I want somebody to feel the same way about me. I want somebody to love me and, like, genuinely do it. Not just because they think I got a fat ass and all this other shit. It's a lot, honestly, being me and having to deal with the emotions that range through my body on a normal daily basis. And I wish I can just sit in silence with somebody, and I wish I could be secure with somebody. I wish somebody was real with me, but I haven't met any man yet that was real with me and didn't lie to me. Because, like, the moment you lie to me, like, I can't come back from it because I'm always never going to trust you. And it's like, I really try to tell people, I try to tell them before they lie to me, just be truthful. And if I have to dig and I have to find out you're a liar, that hurts me more than anything because I'm like, damn, I thought we were, like, better than that. I thought we were fucking good. Like, why would you lie? And it hurts me to my core. Like, it hurts me to my fucking core when somebody lies to me. And then I find out about it. It's like, God, why'd you do me like that? Why did you just leave me alone? You didn't have to fucking bother me if you were just gonna lie. Like, and I know I take things to heart, and I know it takes me a while to get over things. It really does. But I don't know, man. Sometimes it's just hard being me. And I wish that sometimes I wasn't me, And it can be hard to have all this inside of me and I can't talk to anybody about it. And people say, how can you be suicidal when you have all these things that are great? I know they're great. Do you know what it feels like to know you have everything great and that you wanted, but there's still something inside of you that's fucking fucked? Like, you feel like it doesn't matter. I got this great person. I got this family. I got my kids. And you would think that would be enough to take the sadness away, but it fucking doesn't. The sadness is still there, deep down, laying dormant. And something triggers it and fucking ruins the goddamn everything. I don't know. I just kind of needed some kind of sign, I think, in this past, like, couple months. I used to, like, I've gotten into my faith more and believe in God, and I just let God lead me. And I'm like, please, God, like, if somebody's not meant to be in my life, take them out. And every time I say that and I do that prayer, they leave. And that's how I know that, like, that person that I'm hung up on or obsessively thinking about, that they're not for me, because God has removed them from my life. And then I used to think when they would come back that maybe this is a sign that we are supposed to be connected. Maybe what I was feeling was right. Maybe I'm not crazy. I try to rationalize with myself and think, maybe I'm not crazy. Maybe they feel the same way too. But there's no way they could feel the same way I do and treat me the way that they did. At least, that's what I think. I think you meet people as healed as you. You know what I'm saying? And then when you finally meet the person that's kind of the representation of you and you out there, it makes you see you in a different light. And once you see you in a different light, there's no other way to do anything but to change. And once you find that alter person, like kind of like a person that gets you 100%, that you can just be yourself around, when you find that person, that kind of person will teach you things about yourself that you don't know and that you don't see about yourself. And then they'll call it out, and then you're like, what the fuck you talking about? And then you have to start thinking, like, am I really this person? Am I really this crazy? Like, why am I so crazy? Why do I keep thinking about this person? And at the end of the day, it's like, because, like, I adapted this from a young age, maladaptive imaginations, where, like, I dissociate and imagine things. Not like in a psychotic fucking episode, not in a schizophrenic way, but in a way as when I don't have nothing to do, I dissociate. And when I dissociate, I'm thinking of a person, typically of a man that, like, I'm hung up on at the moment, like, that I'm thinking about. And these attachment issues, they run so deep. And, like, over this past couple of months, I've just decided I need to, like, step away from them because, like, they're going to be my downfall. Like, somebody, I'm so glad that some of the men have walked out of my life. I really thank them for that because I would have never been able to do it. And if they just stay away long enough, I'll be fine enough that we could continue a friendship in, like, a long time once I'm over it. But, like, when they're up in it and I have all these ranges of emotions, I can't regulate them. And I become this person that I don't want to be. And I'm trying to find out, why am I like this? I'm trying to heal. And it's so hard doing the right thing. It's very hard to really care about somebody. And you have to force yourself not to reach out to them. And you have to force yourself not to have no connection with them. And you have to be, like, over here in pain while they're happy. And then it makes you even more sadder because, like, you're like, well, they're happy, without me. So why do I even need to reach out? Everything looks fine. I don't need to. And I just wish that I had a person like that for me. I wish I had somebody that seen me for real, like, deeply, emotionally, and didn't just want to sleep with me. Because I keep getting this reoccurring thing that men don't want to respect me, and I have to ask for it. And what's crazy is I'm a good woman. I'm not a whore. And it doesn't matter if I was. I'm just such a good woman. Like, I would never do anything to hurt somebody, period. When you're a good woman, you're a good woman in any situation. And it doesn't matter. It never changes. And yes, we do sometimes get the fucking brunt work of the people, the fixer, the people. But that's just you not being healed enough to fix the issues you have within. Because I should not be over here trying to fix a man. That he should already come equally yoked as well as I am. You know? And I know that now. Like, it took me some time to figure out, like, what's the difference in, I was chasing after very emotionally unavailable men. I have been most of my life. That felt good to me because it was all I knew. Somebody unavailable. And that's why I wanted them so bad. And it's like I needed to tame them. I needed them to have them love me when it was really no feelings whatsoever. I really didn't care about this person. It was just that they gave me unavailable vibes, and it felt like something from my childhood, and I approached it and thought that it was something it's not. And sometimes I'm scared I'm too fucked up that I'm not going to understand and love a healed man. What if I find a man that's healed? And that's the thing, like, the emotions I feel when I'm attached to somebody is so strong. I wish I can have that feeling for somebody that's attached to me. And maybe when we reach the level in our lives that we're healed that well, that it will be like that. And I'm hoping that one day I find that. I mean, I'm not like out here every day dying to have a man, but I see the people around me, they are happy in relationships and, everything is peachy key and everybody's fine and nothing's like, I mean, but I've done all that before. The thing is that I've seen it all and I've done it all. When it comes to relationships, I've seen it and I've done it. So I know exactly what that person looks like on a day-to-day basis. And it's not like people put a front on social media. Like, I don't know. I've always been able to kind of vibe and see who's real and who's fake when it comes to what they're showing on social media. And when like somebody's like overly trying to show that their person is their person, and I just immediately get the ick. Like, I know this motherfucker's out here. Like, I know one of these motherfuckers are cheating. And I know that sounds fucked up. But, like, in my head, I don't have faith in the real love anymore. Because the kind of love that I haven't met anybody that can love like that. And I think that's why I'm still single. Because I know what I'm looking for. I want it all. The great sex. The great connection. The great everyday. I want to be happy 90% of the time with my man. But I'm fulfilled within myself, so I can say that now. I'm looking for a partner that is equally the same as me emotionally. Like, we're very self-aware. We take accountability. We know how to communicate. We don't shut each other out. We don't ignore each other. We talk. They go off and do their thing. I go off and do my thing. But they know and I know that we ain't going nowhere. That's what I want. That's what I'm hoping to find. I want to be happy. We should be laughing. Relationships are not as hard as people think they are. They're only super hard when you're with the person you're not supposed to be with. And I think so many people settle out here instead of just doing the time, being alone and dealing with the hardships that come with that, even with kids. Oh, well, I don't want to leave because, what if they find somebody else and this was the love of my life? Get over it. If you're not supposed to be with somebody, you're just not supposed to be with them. And your life is going to show that. Eventually, you're just wasting a lot of your younger years or older years or whatever on somebody you're not supposed to fucking be with. The universe is basically telling you you're not supposed to be with this person. But sometimes we ignore the universe because we're like in our head, like, if there's kids involved, we're like, well, we want the kids to grow up. But do you don't think that your kids are going to grow up and see you miserable? You can pretend all you want to. If you're not in love with your partner, like fully head over heels in love with them, like a real love, like that fucking pick you up, dance with you in the kitchen, fucking, you can't get enough of them. You don't want to be away from them. That is love. You fucking like, well, she's nagging too much. She runs her mouth like, and all the toxicness and fighting. That's not love. That's just the universe trying to pull y'all apart, and y'all are fighting to stay together for what? What are you fighting to stay together for? To be unhappy? I don't want to be unhappy. And when I see relationships that go through all that trials and tribulations, I feel bad for them because I feel like y'all are trapped. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants nobody is envious of that. The kind of relationship that I'm envious of is those motherfuckers that never really have no big toxic blowouts. That they literally communicate and talk it over and they get over it and they move on and the love gets them through. Because there is some very rare relationships still like that. And I think that a lot of people get burnt by somebody and then the rest of their life they're cynics and think that love can't be out there. But, baby, I've been burnt multiple motherfucking times, fucking tore up, pieces, hearts ripped apart. And I still believe that my person's out there, the person that's going to, like, love me, like, really love me, and I love them just as much. And it's just finding that right person for me. And I don't mind being alone. I don't mind being here. I do the same thing every day because I'm healing myself for my next husband, and it'll be my last one. I'm ready to find that now after being here single for 3 years and all the trauma I've been through in my life and all the fucked upness and all the craziness and all this and that. I'm ready to find my person. I'm not forcing it. I'm just being me. I'm not going out of my way for people and men anymore. I'm not doing this because I think a man will like it. I'm doing everything because I want to do it. And I've been single for long enough that I know myself now. I know what triggers me. I know what I can meet a man for 5 minutes and know if he's going to be right for me just by how he communicates. If a man is a person that goes back and forth with you and and you are confused and asking yourself, he's just not your person, you need to move on. Because you're going to fucking know 100% when a man really fucks with you. And I was just telling my friend this. You're going to know. We're so used to these unavailable men who use us and only want us when they need us and reach out to us only when it's, good for them. But where are they when we need it? They're nowhere to be found, of course. Because they've already used their emotional standpoint to reach out to you and you've healed them and now they've went on about their life. Well, I don't want that. I personally just want to find somebody that's as equally a healer as me, that is kind, and that we just connect. You're going to know when a person is your person. You will know. It's going to fucking rock your core when you see the person and you have that feeling and you meet them where they are and it is instant. It is fucking instant. There's no denying it. And that man will fucking tell you. That man won't leave you to wander. He's not going to make you feel like you're insecure. He's not going to try to make you change anything about you. When a man is really for you and you're man and your person, he will pursue you. You're going to know that motherfucker wants you. There ain't going to be no guessing. You ain't going to have to sit up and think at night, I wonder what he's doing. Motherfucker, he's going to be right beside you, or he's going to be fucking telling you every move he's doing. Because when a man is really in love with you, a man that really wants you, a man that really respects you, he's going to fucking communicate well with you. You're not going to have no communication issues. And that's what I'm waiting on. And I don't mind waiting. I'm fine with that. So I've took this past summer and I've just took my time and I've exited every, thing from the past and I've let it go, because clearly if we've been communicating for a while and you've not asked me on a date, or I feel that you're just using me for my personality, you're using me for my healness, you're using me to get through your day, which is fine. I don't mind being that person for people. If I really fuck with a person, I don't mind being their healer. But there comes a point where you have to set a boundary for yourself, or I did, where I had to be like, I have to let you go. You need to let me go. If you're not feeling anything with me, why do you want to keep me around? You don't need me and I don't need you, clearly. And it used to kill me to end something, but now I have to have an ending. I can't sit in limbo. It drives me crazy. I get triggered. I get insane. I don't want to be insane. I want to be at peace. I don't want to be hurting in love anymore, y'all. I want it to feel good. I deserve it. And it took me a very long time, to say this out loud, but I deserve good love. I deserve a good man, and I deserve my happy ending. I've had such a shitty motherfucking life with shitty fucking people treating me any way they wanted to, that I'm not fucking giving up. I will find my person, and I will know when I know. And nothing or no one's going to stop that. God's will get through everything. God is going to guide me to where I need to go. And if people want to leave my life, I just let them now. I don't argue with them. I don't fight with them. I might express my feelings, but then I let it go. There's no need to sit around and beg a motherfucker to be in your life. And this goes for relationships, family, everybody. If somebody can't meet you where you're at emotionally, they don't need to be around you anyway, because they're just stunting your growth and where you're going to go. They need to go off and heal on their own. And maybe things will be different later, but you can't wait around for somebody to change, because sometimes people don't want to change. But because I want to, and I want to be a better person and a better, I don't want to die alone. I work with people on a daily basis who die alone, and it's scary to me. I want a person. I want somebody around me. I want to be loved on. I want to be intimate. I want to lay up in the bed with them. I want to watch shows on Netflix with them. I want to fucking binge watch fucking TV with them. I haven't watched TV in fucking 3 years because I can't focus because I'm so fucking worried about everything that goes around. I want to lay up with the man on a Sunday. I want to listen to country music and be fucking happy again and smile. I don't want to hear songs and cry myself to sleep in the car, cry myself to sleep at night, or cry myself to sleep when, a sad song plays. I don't want to feel connected to anybody that's not going to be my person. So I had to be very strict with my emotions and my mental health because I can't let people keep coming into my life and using me because they need me. And it's hard for me because I'm a people pleaser. So I'm trying my best, y'all. I'm doing my best. But I just wanted to come on here and I wanted to throw out some knowledge today. This is just a little something. Sometimes when, with this podcast, I'm going to be free with it. I'm going to talk about my feelings. And then today, this is just what I was feeling. And I'll be back soon with more crazy fucking stories.